Think a dime is just pocket change? Think again. Some Roosevelt dimes are hiding secrets worth thousands, yes, even up to $170,000. In this episode, we're uncovering the shocking value and untold stories behind three incredible coins: the 1981D, the 1994D, and the elusive 1988P Roosevelt dimes. You won't believe what collectors are paying for these tiny treasures. Let's start with the 1981 Roosevelt one-dime coin. In a world where loose change often goes unnoticed, one small coin has quietly captured the imagination of collectors across the nation. It's easy to overlook a dime. After all, it's just 10 cents. But sometimes, what seems ordinary hides a story far beyond its face value. And in 1981, inside the bustling walls of the Denver Mint, such a story began. That year, America stood on the edge of technological transformation. Personal computers were just entering homes, NTV had just been born, and the economy was shifting beneath everyone's feet. Amid this backdrop of cultural and industrial change, the United States Mint continued a quieter mission: the production of billions of coins to fuel everyday transactions. Among them, the Roosevelt dime, already a decades-old tribute to one of America's most enduring presidents, continued its journey. Introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death, the dime featured his left-facing profile, a symbol of resilience during the Great Depression and leadership through World War II. The design, created by John R. Sinek, had become an icon on American coinage. By the time 1981 arrived, the Roosevelt dime was already a familiar sight, but that year, an unexpected twist made the 1981D Roosevelt dime stand out from the rest. What makes the 1981D Roosevelt dime so fascinating isn't just its connection to history or the legacy of the man it honors. It's what lies in the tiny details, subtle imperfections, rare variations, and near-flawless specimens that have emerged over time to astonish even seasoned collectors. Coins struck at the Denver Mint bore the distinctive D mint mark, and while most seemed perfectly ordinary, a closer inspection revealed that something remarkable had occurred. For instance, some 1981D dimes show signs of die fatigue, slightly blurred or doubled images that occurred when the dies were overused. Others reveal off-center strikes, where the coin wasn't properly aligned during minting. Still others possess a deep, lustrous shine and perfect detail due to a strong strike from a fresh die, making them appealing to collectors pursuing a high-grade specimen. These anomalies turned an otherwise common coin into an object of numismatic fascination. As hobbyists scoured rolls of coins from banks and old change jars, a few began to realize that the 1981D dime had secrets worth uncovering. Through years of collecting, documenting, and grading, the coin community built a growing appreciation for this humble piece of currency. The Denver Mint produced millions of dimes that year, and yet, it is within those vast numbers that mystery and fortune began to take shape. The coin's copper-nickel composition remained the same, but certain examples displayed extraordinary preservation. Coins that had never been circulated, never scratched, and retained their original mint luster. Grading services like PCGS and NGC began assigning these coins high mint state grades, from MS65 to MS68, with some elite examples reaching near-perfection. In numismatics, rarity is not only about quantity, but also about condition. A coin that survives in pristine condition while the vast majority have been worn down by decades of pockets, purses, and vending machines becomes a treasure. When one of these few exceptional 1981D Roosevelt dimes appeared at auction, the bidding wars revealed just how much passion collectors had for perfection. Prices skyrocketed, and what was once a 10-cent piece crossed the threshold into thousands of dollars. As we unfold the tale of the 1981D Roosevelt dime, we'll explore how a dime struck for pocket change became an object of desire, why certain minting anomalies transformed it into a valuable collector's item, and how hidden gems from this year now command prices as high as $89,000. Stories began to circulate in coin forums and conventions. Rumors of ultra-rare full torch strikes, double dies, and coins that escaped the normal wear of circulation altogether. Some were pulled from old collections. Others surfaced from forgotten drawers. Each new discovery added another layer to the growing legend of this seemingly insignificant coin. This isn't just about coin collecting, it's about history, chance, and the thrill of discovery hiding in plain sight. Every coin tells a story, and the 1981 D Roosevelt dime has become a narrative rich with unexpected turns. With each passing year, more collectors have turned their eyes toward the 1981 D Roosevelt dime, hoping to uncover a rare treasure among the common. Children who once dismissed dimes as arcade change are now grown adults checking every coin that passes through their hands. The story of this coin is a journey through time, one that captures the meticulous work of the mint, the passionate eye of the collector, and the surprise that even the smallest coin can hold immense value. What drives this fascination? Perhaps it's the allure of discovering something overlooked. Perhaps it's the excitement of knowing that buried in everyday commerce lies a key to the past, and maybe even to fortune. And as our journey continues, you'll soon discover why the seemingly modest dime is making headlines in the world of numismatics, with some pieces valued today between $7,000 and a jaw-dropping $89,000. The search continues, and maybe, just maybe, your next handful of change could contain a piece of history, waiting to be rediscovered. In the bustling landscape of 1994, when America was navigating through the final years of a technology-developing century and bracing for the digital revolution ahead, countless events shaped society. But within the heavy machinery and rhythmic clinks of the Denver Mint, a small silver-toned coin emerged with a destiny far larger than its 10-cent label. The 1994 D Roosevelt dime was born into circulation like millions of others before it, yet with time, attention, and a collector's keen eye, it has gained a reputation far beyond ordinary change. That year, the world was changing swiftly. The internet was starting to seep into homes, and technology began transforming communication, work, and lifestyle. As people anticipated a digital future, the physical currency of the past still played a fundamental role in daily transactions, often taken for granted. The Denver Mint, ever a reliable institution in the production of U.S. coinage, struck millions of Roosevelt dimes bearing the D Mint mark in 1994. Each was intended for daily use, grocery store counters, vending machines, and coffee purchases. But not every coin was struck perfectly. Some bore slight anomalies, minting errors, and variations that would later raise eyebrows in the numismatic world. The Roosevelt dime, named after Franklin D. Roosevelt and first introduced in 1946, was more than a tribute to a president. It was a legacy of resilience and national gratitude. Roosevelt's leadership through the Great Depression and World War II earned him not only historical significance, but also a place in the pockets of Americans for generations. The 1994 D version of this coin quietly carried this legacy. Over time, collectors began to take notice. Though millions were minted, certain 1994 D Roosevelt dimes began surfacing with extraordinary conditions: pristine surfaces, full torch details, sharp strikes, and sometimes rare minting errors such as misalignments or die cracks. These anomalies are what turned an everyday dime into a potential treasure. It's not just the rarity that makes these coins valuable, it's the intersection of historical reverence, manufacturing precision, and collector demand. Auction houses and private collectors started paying handsome prices for high-grade specimens, particularly those graded by PCGS or NGC at mint state 68 or higher. Some dimes found in pocket change or old coin jars were suddenly revealed to be worth thousands, astonishing their finders. What's even more exciting is that many of these coins still sit unnoticed in collections or circulation. The thought that such an unassuming piece of metal might be worth upwards of $110,000 adds a thrilling sense of possibility to the hunt. With the rise of online marketplaces, coin forums, and grading services, the popularity of coins like the 1994 D Roosevelt dime continues to grow. It has become a symbol of how the smallest, most overlooked items can carry immense worth. As more people look back into their collections or examine their change with curiosity, the legend of the 1994 D Roosevelt dime keeps growing. What began as a standard mint issue has evolved into a prized numismatic gem, proving once again that history, value, and excitement often come in the tiniest of packages. And as collectors continue to share their finds and stories, the hunt for this special dime becomes more than a quest for value. it becomes a journey through America's monetary and presidential heritage. Now known to reach values between $2,400 and an astounding $110,000, this coin story is far from over. It could be waiting in your change right now, hiding in plain sight, just like the story it carries within its rim. In a world where pocket change is often disregarded and dismissed as trivial, the story of a single dime from 1988 emerges as a stunning exception. It may be small in size, but this coin carries with it an enormous narrative that bridges the gap between American history, intricate minting processes, and a thriving community of collectors who know that even the tiniest coin can be worth a fortune. This is the story of the 1988 P. Roosevelt dime, a coin that quietly traveled through hands, wallets, and coin jars before revealing its hidden worth to the most observant among us. Born in a year that saw the end of the Cold War era, the expansion of technology, and shifting cultural values, the 1988 P dime found its way into circulation as part of everyday life. Yet even as it fulfilled its role in commerce, passing silently from one hand to another, something extraordinary had been set in motion within the walls of the Philadelphia Mint. The Roosevelt dime had long been a staple of American currency, introduced in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The coin's elegant and practical design remained largely unchanged for decades, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse, a powerful symbol of freedom, peace, and strength. But in 1988, subtle details, minting quirks, and production anomalies would make certain specimens of the Roosevelt dime anything but ordinary. The Philadelphia Mint struck millions of dimes that year, but among them emerged pieces with errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and sharply defined high-grade coins preserved in pristine condition. These rarities transformed the common into the coveted. Collectors began to take notice. What began as curiosity grew into fervent interest as stories circulated of 1988 P dimes commanding thousands, and even tens of thousands, of dollars at auctions. For those who had overlooked the coin for years, the hunt was suddenly on. Coin dealers, hobbyists, and treasure hunters revisited their old jars and albums, searching for that elusive piece with the right combination of minting anomaly, luster, and clarity that would distinguish it from the rest. The marketplace responded swiftly. Coins once traded casually in spare change now fetched appraisal values far beyond expectations. Stories emerged of lucky individuals discovering a valuable dime in old rolls or childhood coin collections. The excitement surrounding the 1988 P Roosevelt dime breathed new life into the coin collecting world and reminded everyone that hidden gems might be lying in the most unexpected places. As we journey deeper into the world of this remarkable coin, we come to understand that its value lies not just in its monetary worth, but in its connection to a larger story of American resilience, craftsmanship, and the enduring fascination with numismatics. The 1988 P dime serves as a symbol of possibility, a reminder that with patience and a keen eye, even the smallest detail can lead to discovery. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone encountering this story for the first time, the tale of the 1988 P Roosevelt dime invites you to look closer, search deeper, and perhaps even hold history in the palm of your hand. And for those rare, nearly flawless specimens, the value today ranges from a modest $2,000 to an astounding $170,000, placing this dime firmly among the elite treasures of the coin world.